Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm on today with the collective haul, so let's go ahead and get right started. First off, I'm going to show you guys something that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to do a full on Dollar Tree haul because I didn't get a lot of stuff from there, but what I did get I feel is worthy of a share is these dowel pegs. So they have these wooden dowel pegs. You have 5 in a pack. They're different. Actually, they brought different packages about. Some of them have different type of cylinder shapes in them, and then they're in different type of quantities. So you can get a 3-pack, a 5-pack, a 4-pack, different sizes and shapes. But like I said, I wanted these for a particular reason. I got 2 of these. I also got a pack of the Velcro dots. And what I am doing with these is using these as my blending stomps for my various oxide inks. So I'll start off with my oxide inks and then I'll go to my regular distress inks. Now I know these are all my oxide inks because I have a tin in which I store just these ones in there. And here are the Tim Holtz brands, and here are the little wooden dowel pegs, and they fit on here really nice and snug. And yeah, that's an economical way to get you some blending stumps. I'm going to get some more of, the foam pads, either from Amazon or Michael's when I get a moment. But yeah, I just wanted to share those with you. If you use these are a good brand, a good value for you. Okay, let me pull in what I got from scrapbook.com. Okay, from scrapbook.com, I'll start with their freebies first. They had their brand of glue. This is the Artiste glue. It's a 1 fluid ounce. That was a freebie. They had these Farmhouse rub-ons by 49th and Market. Their alphabet and letters and extras. And so this was a freebie. They had this Hooray pattern paper. This is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch pad, which I like their pads a lot. If you follow my channel, you know that I use those a lot in my projects. And then they had these Paige Evans Adventurous thickers, which they're pretty cool. I actually have those, so it's good to have a second pack. And another thing that I thought was really nice is this little citrus blooms. It's just a bowl and it has different types of citrus things, and that's what you can make. And I have already did my magic on that. So here is my little citrus bowl. And I will be using this in a future project. Okay, so those are the freebies. Now, what I went for was just this pick tool for the most part. I had a gift card that I was trying to use up. I got the Crafty Cleanup cloths. This is my second or third repurchase of these. I like to have these when I'm crafting. I picked up this nested die set. I like these. I like their dies a lot. So I feel like I can't go wrong with those. This pickup tool had a additional wax replacement with it that I have since placed somewhere that I don't know where I put it. But I picked up some doodle pops from the Lucky, what's the name of it? Lots of Luck collection. So I got that one. Picked up that one. Picked up this little leprechaun. I picked up these ladybugs. And about, well, all of their collections, I'm picking up the shaker mix. So I have all of the shaker mixes for all of the collections in which they've made the shaker mixes for. I think there's another one that they came out with rainbows and like 4-leaf clovers that went with this collection that I already have. I think it has clouds and stuff too, but I don't think I hauled that. So this is what I picked up from scrapbook.com. hang 10 and I'll get the next set of things. All right, next on deck, I went past Waffle Flower Crafts and I picked up the following items. I didn't need these. I don't know what I got them for. Maybe to reach a certain threshold for shipping. But anyway, I picked up these tags. I picked up this die set here. And it says, it's called Coffee Shop Talk. I picked up this set here. This one is called Caring Hand Sentiments. And they have a free gift up there. I think it's a, what's a little embossed flower that cuts out. I picked up this little stamping stencil, well, a die-in stencil. It's a mini postage stamp. I had been wanting that for a while. And then I picked up the ATC layers die. This was a free gift. And then you guys know that I had picked up a dot stencil. I have one, but I needed to get another one. So when I'm using my mixed media, I can use one just for mixed media, and then I can use one for ink blending. And then you guys know I like to make 5x7 cards, and they had these nesting sets in addition to the Lovely Layers A7 set that I use all the time, which I probably have somewhere. But they have this one, which actually cuts out the frame. And then this one, which is the piercing details, that actually put piercing onto the paper. So that's what I picked up from Waffle Flower. And let's see what I picked up from Echo Park. Hang on. Okay, from Echo Park, I picked up a couple things. Now, I picked these things up on a Friday in which they had, you pick up, well, you purchase $25 and the shipping is free. Now, that is a good and a bad thing because, one, I don't like to pay for shipping, especially like for 12x12 papers and stuff like that. But the other thing is that hang on a second, guys. Okay, I wanted to take everything out, but they canceled a couple of things from my order because they oversold on it. And one of the things that I had gotten that they oversold on was these solids that go to the Little Ladybug collection. I picked this up in the 12x12. Here are the vectors if you haven't seen that before. Seen this collection before. But they're really nice. But they had some solids that went along with this and complemented it, and I kind of was bummed out about it because I kind of wanted to make something with that. So that deterred me from, it's going to deter me from, well, delay me, not deter me from making my project. I picked up this Farmhouse Summer, and here are the vectors. Let's cut another light on, yeah. Here are the vectors in this one. So that's by Cartabella. I picked up the Pastel Gingham. I feel like there's some other, there was another one. Let's see what. They had, oh, I had picked up another Dots and Stripe collection that they canceled as well. Anyway, I have some mixed papers that I picked up as well. And I'll go through these real quick. It's not a lot of them. So these were 55 cents each. And I like these. They're really quick. I can make some envelopes with them or larger size projects. and not have to worry about having a lot of waste or just a lot of paper around. So from the Little Princess collection, I got this sheet, and here's the other side. Just some vining. From the I Love Crafting collection, you have a little floral print here, and then you have this sheet here. Got a couple of those. From the I Love collection also, I picked this one up. Here is the flip side of that. It's a plaid. This one from the I Love Crafting, it's called Pretty Flowers. And then this one, this striped pattern. And the flip side of that one is words. This black and white dotted detail, not dotted, striped. And then on this side, just those. Got a couple of those. I got a bunny field that's just a pink and white stripe, and on the other side are bunnies. This one is a gingham green and white, and on the other side is just a floral. This one is chirping chicks. Well, these are bunnies, but on the other side are chicks. And then I have this one, which is a 4x6 cut apart with 6 cut aparts on there. And on the other side is just some butterflies. And then this one, which is just a circle and star detail. And on the other side is a lemonade stand pattern. Okay, so that's what I picked up from Echo Park. Stay tuned. I'll pull in the next set. Okay, my next set of crafty items comes from Hobby Lobby. I got a ton of these little zipper cases. Well, I picked up this little vacuum cleaner. It was $4.99, and it's a Hello Kitty vacuum cleaner, like a desk vacuum cleaner. I picked up a couple of these. Actually, I picked up 5 of each one of these, because I think that they are going through some price changing, and rather than wait for that to happen, I want to stock up on the things that I really want to get. I picked up these, and then, like I said, these are little containers that, sorry guys, these are little containers that are $7.49. They're really durable plastic, and I wanted to get some of these to house some of my most treasured collections. So I picked those up. All right, stay tuned. I'm going to get the next set of items. Okay, my next set of items comes from Ollie's, and I'm going to remove the duplicates real quick so that I can just focus in on what I want to show you guys. Hang on a minute. Okay, from Ollie's, I picked up some thickers. These were $1, and these have some little floral elements on the letters. I picked up a lot of thickers because all of them were $1. So I picked up a couple packs of these ones. They have the cement green foam on the bottom. And I picked up a couple of these ones. These are a little bit more wonkier, and that's how these look. And I picked up a couple of these. These are the Revolution die cutting plates, and I do have a Revolution, and I got a couple of these. I dug. Now, I'm not a digger. I do not like to dig through things. I feel like if I'm spending my money, I don't care if it's a discount or not, I'm not a digger anymore. Now, back in the day when Tuesday morning used to be around, I would go through the cards, but now I don't have the patience for it anymore. But anyway, I dug to see if I could find any more of these die cutting plates. So I picked up the ones that they did have. I picked these up. They had a couple of these little Jolie Boutique stickers. So I got a couple of these ones. They had some seashells. So I picked those up. Now, all of their single sheets of paper were ringing up a dime. I picked up a ton of the Basil cardstock. A ton. And these were ringing up a dime as well. I picked up a ton of these. These are just gold foil paper. They're in single sheets. They rang up a dime. I had gotten a couple of packs like these. These rang up a dime as well. And these are, in fact, Basil. And they are textured. So I got a ton of these. And then I picked up a ton of these fusibles. These are nothing but kind of like thin acetate sheets. And I like these because they are threefold. One, I like to be able to use them for my shakers. Two, I can fuse on them. And three, they make good for printing. So if you print on vellum or anything like that, I'm sorry, if you print on acetate, this is a good one to print on. So I picked those up, a ton of those. These were also a dime. And these are embossed sheets. So I just got 3 of those. And then I picked up a new cutting mat. Okay, let me grab the next set of items. Okay, I have a go back real quick. They had some of these sticky thumb sticky dots. So I got a couple boxes of these. I think these were like $1 or so. And these are nothing but like glue dots. And then I went to Heidi Swap and I got a couple things from Heidi Swap. I didn't go, you know, full on. I didn't get a lot. Okay, so what I did get was a date stamp, something that I wanted. I got this little heart. I got this Stop the Blur. And I really like this set. I like it. It has a lift, a pull, just a bad day, because we all have those. Inside story. Okay, so I am back. I got cut off, but I was showing you all what I picked up from Heidi Swap. So I picked up this little heart. I picked up this numbers die-in stamp set. And then I picked up this Stop the Blur. And this is the sentiments that came with it. I was really fond of the fact that they had a lift and a pull and just a bad day, because we all have those. But write it down, highlight low point. You can't make this stuff up. No one can tell your story the way you do. Your story matters. So I really enjoyed that. And then I also got a date stamp so that I can stamp my layouts. All right, the next thing that I picked up, and last thing, is some things from Amazon. So it's just some boring stuff here. Is this these sleeves and these magnets. Now, I wasn't going to get these. My husband had checked out without asking me if I needed these things, but I didn't, because I wanted to stop using magnets, because for the most part, they're heavy. The dies are already heavy, and to have to put those in with the dies is just, you know, it's a lot on, you know, like your furniture and stuff like that. So the way I've been storing my stuff, for the most part, it's just part putting them in these little bags. That's it, without the magnet. And it contains all the pieces and stuff like that. And just labeling them and call it said and done. But anyway, they're here. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize those. The next thing that I got, this is kind of hilarious, were these spoons. I thought And they did say that they were makeup spoons for cosmetics. But y'all, and the measurements were on there, but either I didn't check, or I would have checked. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have checked before I checked out. But look at this. Y'all see that? That's the size of it. Jesus. So I guess if you need something, maybe to get some peanut butter or jelly or something out your jar, you could use this. But they were relatively inexpensive, so I didn't make too big a fuss about it or send them back or anything like that. The next thing I got was some felt. And I just got a little bit so that I can try it out for one. And it's a variety of colors. They're probably like 4x4 squares, and I think they were like under $10. So if I don't love them, or if I don't want to commit to doing the project, that's fine. I can just pass this felt along to someone else. But anyway, I already cut out Winnie the Pooh. I'm going to put some stuffing around him and stitch him up. And the next thing that I picked up was some I had a stamp set that I wanted to share with you all. But I picked up this cross. I used this on some projects in for Easter. And then I picked up this little die set here. This is from KS Crafts. It's just a frame and then the layering piece for the frame. So give me 1 second. Let me look for the stamp set that I wanted to share with you all. Hold on a minute. Well, that's going to conclude my haul because I can't find the stamp set. So, yeah, friends. Oh, I picked up these little doodads too. All right, friends. I'll see you soon. Bye.